Right, so next I'm going to work on the butterfly. And so, same as before, I'm going to turn off the line work. Got a color range here. Oh, that's because I already had pixels selected before. And then Control H to hide the marquee. Turn the line back on and go to colors here, or actually this one for shading. I usually change my shading layer to violet. So I think what I'm going to do is use this color here. I'm going to kind of pull it this way and kind of pull it in this way. And use a kind of pinkish color or something. Oops, not that color. Pink. And just kind of pull it off like that. And then maybe a little bit of white. Just add little highlights there. So I think that looks cool. I'm going to do the same thing, so I'm going to push pause. Right, so then to separate the colors a little bit, I'm going to grab black. Let me see something here. So yeah, just that layer, I can just erase that before it shows through. Oh, can't do it that way. So I'm just going to draw all over it. Make sure I have my ink brush. And I'm going to do a thin line of black to really separate this butterfly. Okay, if my hand will work right. This way the butterfly stands out more from the... I could just use shading too, but I want to make sure that butterfly really stands out from everything else. The flower and whatnot. And I'm going to use shading here. And so I would just go back over the after all this was done, I would just add a little bit of shading in here, like a shaded line, and just pull up a little bit of black all along that. This way this stands out, you can actually see it. So you know that butterfly really pops out more. I didn't actually mean to do that, but it kind of looks like his eyeball right there. It's kind of cool. Alright, so now it's those individual design pieces. And let's see here, turn off that again. Color range. Control H to hide the marquee. Go to that layer there. And I think I said I was going to do it like purple and blue. But I might end up doing it like sky blue and blue. So let's go get all that in there, get that blue back, just kind of fade it up like that. I think that might actually look cooler. So I'm just lightly touching with an airbrush here to get that look. But just in case, I'll try it with this kind of purplish color too, just to see what looks better. All in like that, then grab that blue again, and let's pull the blue into the purple. Yeah, see, I'm thinking that light blue looks cool. I'll leave it like that. I like that. And then get rid of the marquee and little touch-ups here and there. See, normally this wouldn't have happened right here, but pretty easy to touch up. Anyways, I don't know if I want to touch all that up right now, but you get the idea. Next is the green. Probably look best if the green also kind of faded, so I don't know if I should just fade it with another green or if I should like maybe yellow or something. So try out a few things until you find something that looks good. So I can see what yellow looks like faded in there. Just, you know, a little bit like that. I think that looks pretty cool. That really makes it pop. I might even use a more green for the green part. A little bit more yellow right there on those edges. And then again, you can, you know, go back over that with some highlights. Right, so now it's all about just now from this part, it's about adding the drop shadow and giving everything depth. So I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to get rid of the marquees because I have them. That's right, I got to go on this top layer here. And actually, I'm just going to blend all those layers together now that I'm happy with it. Oops. Make sure it's all okay. I didn't mean to grab that layer, so what was that? Okay, which one was that one? Okay, just grab these ones, put them together. Right, so now I'm going to go ahead and add in some dark purple over here. Really kind of bring that, separate it from everything. So there might be some places where I need to, you know, add some shadow. I'm just going to kind of pull all this up right here. Get my harder brush because I know that there's going to be a shadow right here. And I also want to shade all of that up. I want all of this to come up right here. So it really looks like that part of the flower is deep. And it's cool to add some whip shading there too because it looks kind of neat. Alright, now that part of the flower looks much deeper. Alright, so now it's all about where else would shadow fall. So I could have the butterfly casting a little bit of shadow onto the flower. And I can like just test what that might look like. And let's see. I'm just testing it right now, so I'm not actually doing it. And I'm not so sure if it needs to be there or not, but if I do add it, I'm going to add a new layer. Use a hard brush, that way I can fade it out and stuff. I don't like it. Go ahead and fill that in. Oops, this. And then my shortcut. Voila. Turn the opacity down. Of course, you can't do that when you're tattooing. When you're tattooing, you have to actually tattoo over it. And how you would do that is you would start here with the whitewash of the color. So it's like a couple drops of the color, like 5 drops of the color. The rest of the cap will be filled with water or witch and hazel, and then kind of pull all that color like that, and then go to 4 drops, a cap with 4 drops in water, and then 3 drops in water, 2 drops, 1 drop, you know, or just no drops and just whatever ink's left in your gun, and just kind of fade that out like that. And then the final touches is just adding in a drop shadow like I did here if I wanted to. Doesn't have to be there, but I could put the drop shadow there. Just looking at the overall shape of the leg too here, I could, you know, add those little swirly type things instead of drop shadow, but some sort of shadow. And I'm going to use blue for that. And this will be a layer underneath. And so let's see, all that can be in there. So just thinking of the overall shapes that I want. And then filling them in. I'm almost thinking maybe do something like that. And then it would, you know, it would fade out like that. And maybe this would have a little bit of fade. Just a little bit of, you know, drop shadow in some of those parts where I'd use a whitewash color. No, gotta do that one pass, just one shape, otherwise it won't look right. Oops, I gotta do that one stroke, so let's see here. There we go. Something like that. And I might even have that butterfly wing darker, than kind of fading it out like that. And kind of mess that all up, so I'd have to make it all dark for now. I think that's it. Then I can see what it looked like if I changed the shadow to a different color. Let's say more of that purplish color. Something more like that. A little bit darker maybe. Lighter. Something like so. I think that looks cooler, so I'll go with that color. Save my work. And I think that's it. I'll call that tattoo design finished. I might tweak it a little bit more, like add some more dark to this side maybe. I'm not sure, but I like the way it looks. It looks pretty cool. Zoom in a little bit here. Alright, again, thank you for watching, and please comment and rate. Just take the time to type anything for a comment and then rate the video, because it helps the video get more exposure so more people can learn about the tutorials and they can be helped as hopefully you were helped. And please leave requests for anything else you'd like to see in the future, whether you want to see you know, a certain type of tattoo design or just certain concept I haven't covered before, or something like that. So just let me know what you want to see in the future for tutorials, and oftentimes your guys' comments help me decide what I'm going to do next. So, you know, and sometimes one person will say something, I think it's such a good idea, I just do it. So thank you.